Welcome. In front of me I have the BLACKVIEW A80s, and today I will show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this phone. So, before I actually get into the process, I do want to talk about the state of the device. So, right now you can see that it is locked. It's telling me to draw the verification pattern. You can also see this little lock right here, and I can also use Google account instead. Now, obviously, undeniably, the device is locked. I also want to point out that this device is already a bit old. This process is kind of known already. It's not like anything new. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because typically Android updates would change something and try to remove these bypasses. This device is at the end of the life cycle. There is going to be no new updates for this, so you don't need to worry. This process that I'm about to show you will work as long as Android works on this phone in general. So, to get started, we're gonna get back straight to the beginning, and here you want to select any kind of language that uses a different keyboard. So just flick it all the way to the down, and anything from the very bottom all the way up to Greek, I think, maybe even Turkish, should work without much of a problem. I also want to point out that if you pick any kind of language that, any language that is written from the right to left, basically opposite, will kind of mess up the button orientation. So if it's going from right to left, the buttons will be flipped. So if you see that text is kind of from the other side, maybe choose a different language. It's going to be simpler. Now, I'm gonna pick whatever I click on. Please, hopefully I didn't pick the only language that is from the other side. Doesn't seem like so. So you want to basically press on the same buttons as I am pressing right now on. So here we're gonna select skip, which is this button on the left side. And we're back to the verification portion. Now here we're gonna select that we want to use Google account. Again, the blue text at the bottom. You're gonna click on the field where you would type in your credentials, and instead of typing anything, we're gonna hold the globe icon, and then we're gonna select this text right here below the two options. Next, we want to click on the blue button right at the bottom, and we're looking for basically any keyboard, because these are all keyboards. So I'm just gonna click on the first one right here, and I will select add right over here. And you know what, add another one just in case. There we go. Next, we will now back out all the way to the start, and now we're gonna select our desired language again. So for me, that is going to be English. And we can now repeat the same process. Again, tap on a field, and again, hold the globe icon, select the language settings option at the bottom, and add keyboard. And this time around, scroll down, and you should find somewhere, there we go, keyboard with an arrow, like this one. If you want to click on it, then click on the three dots and select help and feedback. And to describe your issue, you want to type in use Morse code, or before we can type, let's hold this globe icon again, and we're going to select QWERTY. There we go. And I'm going to just type in MO anything. Nope. We do it like this. So we have it right here. It's actually written a little bit differently, so it's now described as write in Morse code. So click on the suggestion. This will take you to obviously the support page right here. And what you want to do is click on the play button right here once. Give it a moment. And once it loads it up, you want to click on the three dots next to the title and select, we're looking for watch later, but we need to select share. There we go. So once you select share, it gives you this thing. We can then click on the three dots, I think. Unfortunately, this didn't do what I planned. Oh, no, never mind, it did. It just took it a moment. So as you can see, it opens up a browser, which is what we need. If for some reason it didn't open up the browser for you after some time, because as you've seen for me, it took solid several seconds for it to actually redirect me here. You will need to go into the account icon in YouTube. That is somewhere right here. Select Settings, Google Privacy Policy, and or this could be in like, if I remember correctly, it's Google Privacy Policy, and this will redirect you to the browser. So anyway, from here, I'm gonna select No Thanks to have our little search bar, and in the search bar, you want to navigate to HardReset.Info. There we go. Now, whatever cluster crap it comes up with, just agree and continue. And in here, we want to click at the very top. There we go. Once it loads it up, you have these three bars. Click on it and navigate to download. There we go. And you're looking for Android 7.1.2. That's basically what you want to type in the search bar right here. Ooh. Like so. I'm gonna select search. And you have it right here, so FRP bypass Android 7.1.2.10. So we're gonna just click on this. Oh, there we go. Now this device is relatively slow, so it takes it a moment to do any kind of action. But in any case, once it loads up the page, scroll down and you'll find this kind of looking download button, so that's what you want to click on. Gonna select OK. Open. And we're gonna now navigate to the settings, toggle on, go back, and we can select install. Once it's done installing it, you're gonna click on done. And now we're gonna go back to our address bar and gonna copy and paste it. I'm just gonna remove the ending. So along with the download. So it's now HardReset.Info/ and you wanna type in bypass. There we go. Next. Oh, there we go. We're gonna start scrolling down, and somewhere here you'll find the settings icon. So you wanna just click on it. This will open up the actual phone settings through the browser, which is pretty neat. And you want to navigate to security and location. Or in here, just security, I guess. Next, select Device Admin Apps. And here you would want to turn off the Android device. Oh no, not the other one. The Find My Device option if it's not already turned off. As you can see on my end it is turned off, so I don't need to really do anything, but I am gonna kind of tap on it just to make sure. You click on here and you would have, instead of activate this device admin apps, you would select deactivate this device admin apps. Like I said, for me it's already deactivated, so nothing for me to do here. So from there we're gonna go back to the main settings page, which is here, and you want to scroll up to apps and notifications. Then you want to select see all, however many apps you have listed right here, and we're gonna now find Google Play services. So right over here, and you want to select disable and disable app, and also you want to select force stop and OK. Next we're gonna go back to the main settings page again, and we're gonna now go to accounts, select add account, choose Google, okay. And what you just seen happen, because this was out of the ordinary, the first application that we have installed through the website, the bypass FRP for Android 7.1.2, literally just took over the device. So when you're trying to sign into Google, we just selected a different option. Now it's called Google, but it's not the same kind of Google that you'd typically find in that list. So this is, as far as I can tell, like an very old version of it that just kind of launches. And just to explain, which is, if you don't care, you can skip forward, but for people that are interested, what is happening right now and why are we doing this like this? What you're about to do is just sign in with your Google account. This account can be any kind of account, as long as obviously it exists. And once you do so, this gets basically saved. Typically, if we would glitch in here without downloading that program, we would be choosing Google, if we even can choose Google, and that would automatically go into the onto the servers of Google, check for verification, and instead of giving you the login page, it would tell you that you need to verify it. With this kind of weird thing that we have done, we're gonna basically force the device to sign in, and the sign-in that we're about to do is going to be stored on the device, which then overtakes any kind of verification process that would be stored on the Google Cloud, like the verification that we started off with. So when we go back to the setup, we just need to verify the whatever Google account you use right here, if we even need to do that. So anyway, I'm gonna do that on my end. Yep, so now I'm gonna put in the password. Needed to verify that little number on other device. So there we go, we're gonna select agree. And there we go, we are now signed in. So I get this pop-up right here that the application crashed. Don't worry about it, it already has done its purpose. So click somewhere on the screen, and then we're gonna back out to the main settings page, and we're gonna navigate back to apps and notifications, see all or whatever, how many apps, scroll down to Google Play services, right over here, and you just want to simply re-enable them, like so. Once you have done so, we're just gonna hold power button, and you're gonna select reboot. Okay. And as you can see, now that the device is back on, we will progress through the setup. So if I remember this correctly, as I have done this a while ago, we should get in a moment a page instead of verification. It should tell us that account was added, and we can just go to the next page, which will allow us to, at that point, finish up the setup. At which point, once we do so, I want to just kind of clarify this right now before you go clicking off the video. The process is still not completely finished. again disregard this, as we do need to perform a factory reset of the device through settings to fully unlock it, which I'll show you actually once I finish doing this. Okay, that took a while, so select don't copy, and there we go. So we have account added. We're gonna select next now. And like I mentioned before, we can now finish up the setup. Go through it as quick as you can. It doesn't really matter what you choose right now, as we, like I mentioned before, need to perform a factory reset of the device. Okay, so we finally get the device booted into home screen. So like I mentioned, there was one last thing left to do, which is navigate into the settings, scroll all the way down to System, Advanced, Reset Options, Erase All Data, and select the button Erase All Data once again. This will perform a factory reset of the device, bring you back to the setup of the phone, at which point you can set it up in whatever way you want. And you also want to have this weird thing happening right here, as like I said, we just kind of circumvented a bunch of things right now. So right now we just got access. Performing a factory reset right now through settings will basically fully unlock the device, as it's forcing the device to delete any kind of protection that was used on it at any point. So hence, that's the full unlock. But with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.